Oh, what is going on, everybody?
Hello!
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney 2. When we left off, we were investigating. We found some secret stash under the floorboards with some tantalizing clues.
An anticlimactic empty tin box.
Oh, that's gonna come back to be important somewhere down the line.
And Wagahai showed up.
Yes, and I was thinking right before starting this, I was like, how did Wagahai get in here? Because I obviously know that that's Soseki's cat, but how'd you get in? Pretense he's flat. So let's go ahead and investigate you. We can talk to you? Wonderful. Hi!
Oh, it do stretch. Oh, big stretch. Oh.
Oh, that was quite the feisty meow, Wagahai.
Ah! Feisty or not, he's just so cute. I could stare at him forever.
I have a feeling he doesn't want that.
I could stare at him forever too.
All right, well that's all for Wagahai.
Good old Toby over there. It looks like he's having a crisis. I know he's looking at the boards.
Yeah.
But he looks like he's not doing great.
I'll see. Well, he's got nothing else for us, so I guess that's everything here. I guess Wagahai showing up was the symbol of our time to leave and to remind us that Soseki exists and is sitting in prison waiting for us. So, let's go check out Briar Road. Maybe is there anything going on out here?
Oh.
Looks like it.
February 22nd.
Nope, there's nothing going on out here. I don't think anything will really have changed aside from... Nope, nothing's changed, so... well, let me just make sure... Yeah, nothing's changed. That snowman's still trying to taunt us from over there, so...
Taunt us?
Yeah, sure, let's go visit Mr. Giradeb. We should show him the picture.
Yeah.
That's a thing we can do. I forgot.
It is.
I was like, what's he gonna be used for? And I was like, oh, wait.
Mr. Garrett doesn't seem to be here right now.
Shit! Never mind. I just have to try again later. I thought we were onto something. Damn. Anything cool? We can just look at his shit without him? No, we've looked at all this stuff before.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go visit Soseki in jail. See what he's up to. How you holding up here, man?
Oh, not great, I guess.
Seems like you're having a fun party so far. Hey.
Oh, Soseki's back.
So he is. Hey, Soseki.
Oi, Soseki.
I am a cat. I know no Soseki, no Holmes, no murder, no trial. I lack all knowledge, for I am simply a cat.
He's doing all he can to avert his eyes from reality.
He's lost it. We need to put him down. I'd say he's closing them more than he is averting them. So, what's your name, Mr. Cat? As yet, I have no name.
It appears the setting of his story has yet to be set in stone.
Could you maybe start by opening your eyes? No.
I'm a blind cat.
Oh shit, this is what the world looks like again. I hate it, I ain't go back. I am not a cat. These music hits or something.
He came back to us.
No. What is going to happen to me next? Don't answer that! It may be impossible for anything good to happen to me. What with this cursed dead-end life I live?
Soseki, no! At today's trial, we saw a flicker of hope.
You alright? It's all thanks to you, Substellar Naruto, but the Grim Reaper is omnipresent, not only in my flat, but in the courtroom too. Near, far, wherever you are, substitute.
Near, far, wherever.
These references they wouldn't know in the 1900s, but I only hope your heart can still go on, Soseki.
Yeah, but you know what's bad? The Titanic sunk in the 1900s.
Yeah. Anyway, ask some questions.
Anyway.
Ask away. Let's talk. Let's talk. Today's trial. Have I ever felt so moved before? Nay.
He's a horse now.
Well, when I really stop and think, there may have been 2 or 3 times. But I pretend those never happened. Oh, something lost to Naruto. Today's trial movie when I move.
Jeez.
Thank you, Soseki.
The tea from the crime scene is being investigated by Scotland Yard as we speak.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with my tea. They hardly need to investigate it. I guarantee.
Hey.
Incidentally, did you drink the tea together, Mr. Pretency?
Pretency.
God damn it.
Well, of course. Drink your tea while it's hot. We drank the tea so scalding hot that it burned our throats.
But nothing happened to either of you after that.
Something had happened. The Romeo-Juliet death match couldn't have been waged. The focal point of tomorrow's trial will probably be how he was poisoned. Ah.
Mr. Pretency.
Damn you, Pretency! What kind of grudge do you have against me?
Can you think of anything that would compel him to accuse you?
Really, I've done nothing but hole myself up in my room alongside my books. There isn't much that would compel anyone to do anything against me. I am innocent!
Ah.
But why did you not tell me sooner?
About what?
The soap trick, of course. What else?
Oh.
Oh.
That was my...
Said the line for you.
Everyone here really is tight on money.
You can say that again. If we're struggling for money, why would I have lived such a cursed life as a cursed foot?
Oh, yeah. You said the rent was cheap because of the curse, right?
Exactly. Especially for my room. The vengeful spirit of that death row convict is after me, even now.
Convict?
Next time you come to visit substitute law student, I implore you, bring with you an absurd amount of soap.
Please stop. Please stop. Okay, is there anything I can present to you that might be of use? Number one, does this envelope scrap mean anything to you? Doesn't look like. Hey, Soseki, about this.
Oh, you brought me a souvenir?
What?
Huh?
I'll be glad to take it. It's a gift from such a good friend.
I'm sorry, it's not actually a gift.
Oh.
Well then. What do you think about the pair of teacups? That's nothing.
Nope.
Okay. Nothing here. We're just gonna keep trying a few things. Maybe the crime scene photo. Does this look disturbing to you? No.
Nope.
He doesn't care about that. I'll just
What
run
about the
through
receipt?
file. Well, I mean, that's just the receipt from the bookstore.
Still. See?
My brain.
Okay. So it's like, do you remember these?
What just happened to you?
I'm just confused why we would present this.
When I think back now, the same 3 books are what got me arrested the other day.
Thank you for listening
right.
to me, though.
I wonder if I ever have the chance to read them. But now, I already feel like I'll hate them before I even read a single page.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
The books never did anything wrong, though.
Maybe they're cursed.
Like, because Suzuto loves books, so
Yeah.
she's like, but why?
Now, that's not, it didn't give us any information. But I think we're going to be tying this case with the Viridian Green case together.
Obviously, because Viridian
I mean,
is still around and stuff.
She's still around, but I mean, obviously there's the picture with the guy that she was drawing that she has some relation to. And so does the veteran. I can't remember his name.
Maybe brother, because they have similar haircuts.
Maybe. And then, so I don't see anything really in this aside from, because we also have the map of everything that happened in the prior one. The Tattered Tales Book Emporium, the Ragged Reader, the murder scene.
Oh man, I haven't seen this map in a long time.
I know, right? So those two are obviously going to collide somehow in court. But, Alright, that's probably not going to be anything worth of, what do you think about the gas meter? Nothing. Okay.
No.
What do you think about these handprints? Nothing?
Nope.
Okay. I will see if he knows anything about the article.
What is this?
It's a kind of a news article that we found in Mr. Pretency's room.
Pretency.
God damn it.
You were doing so good for a while. And ever since towards the end of last episode, you started... Ever since for Christ's sake, Pretency. Ever since you said that, it's stuck.
Well, even in the middle of the courtroom I was going back and forth in and out of it. But
so he knew.
Huh?
This man Selden was a convict on death row. He is precisely the evil spirit behind the curse on my flat.
Huh? Really?
It seems he wasn't content with taking the life of a single young man alone. Now he's trying to take the life of a hunchback mustachioed Japanese man.
Soseki, please tell us more. Why know about this evil spirit? Okay, interesting. But I haven't finished yet. I wanted to also see if you knew anything about the picture. But at least we have that now, so. The hidden photo. What do you think of this? You don't care. Of course you don't. You never care about anything important to us. You care about what's important to you. Can we... Okay, so we haven't read this yet, so...
No.
Condemned convict dies in prison. Before dawn this morning, sewer robber and murderer Selden was revealed to have died of illness as strange ways. According to the prison, Selden had been suffering from a fever since late October. When a cellmate called for help, guards confirmed that he had stopped breathing before his execution.
Huh.
Interesting.
Well then.
Interesting. Was he poisoned?
Why'd you say that in Van Zeke's voice?
I don't know.
Just out of nowhere.
So let's talk about this evil spirit that's haunting you.
I didn't know much about it myself until recently, but a man named Selden was arrested a year back. At the time, he was hiding out in John Garadeb's home.
What?
Oh.
There's a criminal living in his flats?
To be more precise, he was staying in the room that I live in now.
That's kind of creepy. Oh my. A convicted criminal in your room?
Is that him?
He doesn't look like a convicted criminal.
I know, but that's the twist.
Huh.
And maybe that's Viridian Green's brother. Maybe it's like Selden Green is his name. And then he died. And so she carries around that picture or whatever in memoriam. Because what else would that... would there just be a random connection like that to tie everything together?
Carries what picture around, though?
Well, Viridian has a picture of the boy over here.
Yeah, but why would this be in the floorboards of Pretensy's room?
Well, obviously Pretensy was researching Selden. Because he has the newspaper article of Selden, too.
But why?
And then that $10. I don't know. Maybe that's why... What's Susado's father's name again? Professor Mikotoba. I had to say professor and I got it.
Yeah.
Because there was something about this case that made him call Susado back home that he didn't
I
like.
had a theory off camera that I forgot to say.
I love theories. Lay it on me.
It's very short.
Okay.
Okay, you know how Susado's dad was abroad in Britain for a while?
Yes.
What if he's the Japanese man that betrayed Van Zeke's?
Interesting. I love it. I love it.
You know?
I can't wait to find out more.
Because remember he's the one that called her back?
Yeah.
What if he's the traitor that made Van Zeke's hate all Japanese people for some reason?
Well, I mean, I don't know if that'll exactly be the case because it wasn't... Because if there was anything in any of the other cases, you know, that would have been... You know, there's something about this in particular case that scared Mikotoba. And it wouldn't have been Van Zeke's as Van Zeek was in the prior case involving Viridian Green. So there's something else in this that has Mikotoba shooketh to the coreth.
To the coreth?
To the coreth. Anyways.
3 months ago, he died in prison of illness after the date of his execution was announced. It was after that his curse began.
What is this curse like?
He paints on my walls.
Oh, God.
It started with the fellow who took Selden's room after he was in prison. A few months after Selden died, that tenant also died of a mysterious death inside his locked room.
Inside a locked room? The same circumstance as this case. So that's the curse of the death row convict?
Indeed. That was where it all began.
The music. Sherlock's just in the corner playing his violin dramatically.
Yeah. Or,
He just...
Yeah, or, was...
I know you're in thinking mode when you say yeah to everything I say.
Well, sorry, because I was in the middle of my thought of, like... Because he just said that after Selden there was someone previously... Maybe this is the person that previously died from the curse. beforehand.
Oh.
That could also be the connection made. I almost wonder if a safer assumption would be that the person in the photo is the first person that died from this quote-unquote curse, and maybe Pretency is related to Selden somehow. Pretency! God damn! I can't speak words, but maybe Pretency is related to Selden. That's why he's... But then why would he have the picture of the boy? And then the other thing that makes me think is the fact of it's a painting that he stares at.
Yeah.
And we see that obviously this guy's a painter. So maybe it's one of his paintings on the wall that he's staring at.
It's kind of creepy though. Like if you...
It is.
Like you look at that and you're just like, ugh.
Which kind of brings me to this whole like that this guy here is Selden, and maybe Pretency has a thing for it. That must be one of his art pieces, and he is obsessed with it, obviously. It's interesting. We are in theory mode hightail right now. All right, so how did the previous tenant pass?
The cause of death was asphyxiation.
Oh.
Choked to death. When they discovered his body, the room was filled with gas.
Gas?
Of course, nobody told me about any of that until I had already signed the contract. The landlord told me as an aside, like it was nothing, but had me trembling in fear.
It's like, oh yeah, the person before you died. No.
If I'd learned of that beforehand, it may have scared me off. Decisive action!
Christ.
Less decisive, more hasty, I'd say.
His face.
And this time the curse is coming after you.
Correct. At first, I felt a gaze as if someone were watching me. And before long, you were...
you were assaulted by nightmares every night, right?
The spirits of dead tenants clamber on top of me and start to throttle me. The panic of being unable to breathe wakes me. A man's home is meant to be comfy, but mine turns into a freezer.
You mean it turns cold? I wonder why that happens.
I swear it's a gas leak. I swear it's a gas leak.
Yeah.
The winter London nights are ruthless. It's impossible to sleep without the gas stove on. But once I go to sleep, the flame of my stove inexplicably disappears and gas fills my room.
That's unbelievable. That's a gas leak.
Yeah.
These are the same circumstances as the death of the previous tenant in Soseki's flat, who died of a gas leak.
Yeah, so like maybe you should, move out.
And last night, Mr. Pretency collapsed after being poisoned in a locked room. This can't be dismissed as just a curse.
What in the world is happening under John Garadeb's roof?
There's something going on. Interesting.
Interesting.
Do you want to talk about this picture now? No, you don't
Nope.
care. Okay.
He's like, oh, a gift.
Wonderful. I think that's about everything that we can do then, unless you care about the map of the scene. We've represented everything then.
Yeah.
Aside from the soap, do you really care that much about the soap? Do you want to make your own soap coins? Is that what you want? You want to make soap coins.
Soseki, could you take a look at this?
That's it! The fiend that killed my housemate dragged my life down to the pits in utter despair. Murderous soap!
Bet that's something you never thought you would read.
Nope. I don't think you'll ever recover from your hatred of soap at this rate.
Of course not. I've already made up my mind. If there's ever someone that tries to gift me a bar of soap, I will refuse.
Christ. The soap didn't do anything wrong, though.
Good lord. Okay. Perhaps now
Maybe he's
we
there
should
now?
go check Mr. Garadeb's flat. Maybe now that we've talked about him enough, we've summoned him like Bloody Mary. That's a good sign.
There he is.
Why, hello there. We have to talk. I see you made it back safely, Mr. Garadeb.
Why?
Good heavens, my leg is in the best state at the moment. I'm still going out to the city.
Did you go to the courthouse?
Of course, the fate of my business rides on the outcome of this trial, after all.
I'm pretty sure the world agrees on his flats are cursed.
But it's not the first time this place has caused a stir in London. It has always been the cursed lodging.
Uh-huh. So he's aware of it.
What am I doing wrong? Nothing to no end.
Check your gas pipe.
Hey, Sherlock, hi. God.
Just, I can't wait for the reaction when people realize he's there. Wait for it.
Now that I think about it, when Soseki was on trial 2 days ago, You were summoned to stand in court as a related party.
Is no one going to talk about the fact that Sherlock just popped up out of nowhere to stand around
Well,
here
he's
with
been with us.
He's certainly been silent then.
Yeah.
That's not like Sherlock. He doesn't stay silent.
Stop by the
I'd
jail
like to
on the
think
way
he just
back home.
went for a walk and then just met up with us on the way
Yeah.
here.
On the way back from the courthouse, and then I came home.
I see.
So, what business do you have with this cursed landlord?
Oh, you got a lot of business. All right, number one. We'll talk about that soon. I want answers. I want answers. Who is this man? Mr. Gerda, would you be willing to take a look at this photograph?
Look at this photo.
But don't laugh. I know he's got a bowl cut, but don't laugh. Is this young man standing with you your son?
Absolutely not. That's one of our previous tenants, Duncan Ross.
Duncan Ross?
Street photographer happened to be passing by, so we had our photo taken.
Huh.
The hell is on Duncan's head? It's a bowl cut. If he was a tenant, does that mean he was the man who lived where Soseki stays now? Called it.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so that's the one that died
What do
in the
you
curse.
think, boy?
What happened to be a tenant who died an unnatural death?
Man, that is no boy.
Then Mr. Mustache swooped in as if he was biting his nails in anticipation of the vacancy.
Right. Before that Japanese moved in, Ross lived on the first floor.
If it's not too painful to talk about, we'd love to know more about him. Okay, so that gets rid of the whole, fucking
Yeah.
my wishful thinking.
All right, so a suspicious agent from a suspicious washed-up actor. I swear this place has become a haven for oddballs. It's all thanks to those rumors about the curse.
Selden, right?
You're well informed, I see. That criminal was put to death row, and then the tenant after him suffocated to death. And there's a woman who died outside 5 days ago, another washed-up actor too. Am I next? I wouldn't be surprised at this point. What can I do to stop it?
When you say that woman, do you mean Viridian Green? She's alive, you know.
Meridian and Pretense have been through some unfortunate stuff, but both of them are still alive. Maybe not well, but alive.
You know what else is alive? That damn convict's curse is what?
In my opinion, that's a fact to revel in rather than regret. Hot bath, running water, nice fireplace, and a ghostly roommate. Doesn't sound fancy?
Fancy!
Maybe you should reconsider your definition of fancy.
Come now. Our room's nothing to do with baths, toilets, or fireplaces anyways.
Oh.
You've also been keeping an eye on your tenants' daily activities, haven't you? You're monitoring the gas flickering.
Yes, that's right. It would be good for our business if something tragic happened.
Looks you failed there.
Oh.
Feel free to stop talking, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, my.
Excuse me then.
Excuse me, princess.
Oh my god.
It's like, no, feel
Wait.
free to not stop talking.
Wait, what? I
What?
thought I went down to the next prompt.
I guess you didn't.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. No,
okay, okay,
I was
okay.
confused. I was like, that's the same thing. Okay, thank you. I got real concerned. You don't have to keep repeating it.
Also, Soseki is absolutely not suspicious.
He's certainly an oddball, though. There's no denying that one. I hear he rented the flat straight after the last tenant died.
I mean, he is kind of an oddball.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, the very day I submitted my advertisement to the real estate agent. I must say, I've never seen someone so excited over spirits before.
He's probably more interested in the low price than the spirits.
On a similar note, how long has Mr. Pretense been staying here?
That washed-up actor? I think it's been... Right. It's been around 3 months, I'm sure of it.
Only 3 months? It's not very long.
And why exactly do you remember that so clearly, Sir Landlord? I'm a landlord, it's my job.
Yeah.
Because of him. Selden.
Selden? What does he have to do with it? Is there some relationship between Selden and Mr. Pretense? As I expected.
Yeah.
Is he secretly Selden? Did he fake his own death and
I like
move
how
into the apartment?
we haven't even touched on the death of a tenant thing that popped up a long time ago.
After presenting the photo.
You always do it out of order.
No, I go in order of what is in the list.
I know, but like, aren't you supposed to go with one and then follow what pops up next and then go to the other stuff?
You don't have to. You can do it at your own pace.
I'm OCD with these kind of things.
3 months ago, Selden died in prison due to an illness.
Right, this newspaper clipping says the very same. Where'd you get that?
3 days later, that washed-up actor appeared at my door.
Really?
3 days later? That soon?
As if it were yesterday.
Nay, this world is far too small. That is all there is to it, Sir Gadam. One poor pretency wishes to enter the first floor flat.
No, Simon, I can't do that. There's already someone living up there, but I've got a vacancy on the ground floor.
Nothing is born from nothing. Out of those words once more.
The first floor is taken, but the ground floor doesn't have a vacancy.
Very well. The pact is formed.
The pact?
Good. Thank you for...
All the world's my stage.
Oh my god. He's doing the jumping thing.
If my ears aren't failing me, I hear he was actually stealing gas. He hasn't paid his rent in 3 months either. He's not just a walked-up actor, he's rubbish.
Why haven't you kicked him out? Oh.
What a fascinating little tale. Thank you so very much, Sir Landlord. I'm going to keep this storytelling alive as a small gift in return.
Oh my god!
Give me my robe and put on my crown. What the fuck are you doing? What was the point of that?
Sure.
Ha! Anyone with culture can tell you that I just quoted Shakespeare.
Is that what that was?
Anytime is a good time to show off my education.
Try choosing lines that make sense next time.
What?
That came from nowhere.
What?
That came from nowhere.
Just when I think I understand this man, he does stuff like that.
Duncan Ross was a young working student at Thorndyke. When Selden was arrested a year ago, Duncan took his spot on the first floor.
What were those hand movements? He was like a cat doing the paw thing.
I know you were busy talking, but I just had I saw something that I think lends credence to the theory I had that Pretency is Selden. Because now you're in your own little thing
what?
here.
You never brought up you thought that Pretency is Selden?
Yeah, I did. I that was one of my theories, like literally like 5 minutes ago.
I heard.
As I was saying that maybe when I was.
You said that that Pretency knew Selden.
Well, no, it was like right around the time when he was talking about the fact that it was right as we were talking about the fact that Pretency moved in right at the same time, pretty much, that Selden passed away in prison. And it here says that when Selden was arrested a year ago, Duncan took his spot on the first floor. And when Pretency came back, he wanted to live on the first floor because that was his old flat. But then
Selden died in prison.
I'm saying that his death was faked, or he faked his death somehow. He's an actor, apparently. So
okay.
listen, I'm telling you, my theory, lock it in here. Pretency is Selden. Anyways.
You were shopping at the bit to get room with the spear like a bloody maniac.
Next, you'll say his eyes are bloodshot in desperation, right?
One fine morning just a month ago, it happened. At that point, I hadn't yet acquired the habit of watching my tenants' routines. So it was late when I happened upon it. Anyway, I suddenly noticed the smell of gas.
You soon found that this was the smell of death.
Oof.
I called the police and they kicked the door down. When we went in, everyone was collapsed.
Was it because of the gas?
Yes, the whole room was full of it. Apparently, the gas stove went out while we were sleeping.
Then Mr. Ross suffocated to death?
Jeez.
Which really gave me an earful about my old gas pipes. I had to get the pipes replaced. Let me tell you, it was a trying time.
But even after all that work, Soseki suffered from the same issue. The fire in the gas stove goes out while he's asleep, apparently.
It's all because of Selden's curse. I can't do anything about it.
Jesus.
There he goes.
Or you could try fixing your freaking pipes again.
Oh, right, I almost forgot.
To fix the pipes?
What is it?
It's about the night before Duncan Ross passed away. He seemed to be writing a love letter.
Love letter?
Where'd I put that thing again? Here we are. I'll open on the top of his desk. Excuse me for a moment. Let's see. To my wonderfully cute and strikingly beautiful sweetheart.
Mr. Holmes, I'm not sure it's appropriate to just read his love letter.
He's dead, he won't care. That's why I said excuse me before I read it to Miss Susato.
That doesn't make it okay.
Debatable. Unfortunately, the recipient's address wasn't written anywhere on the letter. That's why I still have it with me now.
You see, seems a little odd.
But Mr. Ross's partner has nothing to do with the case at hand.
Oh, I bet it does. I bet it belongs
I believe we should keep our noses out of this.
I believe it belongs to a nice round woman in the hospital. Well, you're not wrong.
Certainly, the recipient's address is written nowhere on here. However, the sweetheart's name is written right here.
Oh, for goodness sake, Mr. Holmes, what did I just say? You shouldn't just...
Filled with my burning love to my darling, Viridian Green.
What?
Viridian Green? It's the name of the victim who was stabbed on Briar Road 5 days ago. Just yesterday she woke up from a coma. Why is her name coming up now? Is it really just coincidence?
Naruhodo, what do you think is going on here?
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I can't tear myself away from reading others' private letters.
Jesus Christ! Why do you always drag out that last ha so much?
Because it's fun.
Yeah, but that was a little over the top.
Oh, absolutely. That was the point of that. So, we're gonna try and get down to the bottom of this next time.
Oh my god.
But there's a lot going on here that is almost... it's weird in a way. Because, I mean, number one, I think that Pretensy is trying to kill the old tenants to get his old flat back. Because I think he's Selden. There might be something hiding in that room that he's trying to get back in the first place. So he probably
in Soseki's
killed...
room?
Yeah, because think about it. He probably killed Ross so he could get his room back, but then literally the same day, here walks in Soseki coming along, doo-doo-doo.
So you think that's why he tried to frame Soseki for attempted murder?
Maybe he's probably also fucking with the gas pipes to try and get Soseki killed in the first place. But the big question here, though, was that if Viridian's tied to this, does that mean that her death was less of an accident than we thought? Because this would tie her...
death? She's alive.
Or not death, her incident. Sorry, Viridian. Like, because if she's playing a big part in this, then that would be like a 1 in a billion chance to be tied to it and just be randomly part of the situation of the knife being thrown. Like, what the hell is going on with that?
I mean, that's what happened.
But there must be more to it. Like, is there
There's
a different...
curse.
Is there a different reason that Viridian was there in the first place?
She was acting kind of sus. Green is sus!
God damn it. Oh, not gonna lie.